everybody. I'm Bill. This is Strong Healthy Seniors, and I want to talk about today my diet that changed my life. Now, as I mentioned, I'm Bill, and I'm the inventor, the creator of the 1-Rep workout that I believe is a revolutionary thing, just a simple thing that'll help so many seniors and everybody really to begin to exercise consistently and to make great positive benefits and improvements in their health and fitness and their lifestyle. Also, I started the campaign 1 Million Seniors Strong to help to get as many people as possible, not just a few people, but as many people as we possibly can, to begin to change their health through a very easy exercise program that I have created and I want to tell you about. But today, again, I want to tell you about, I make these signs myself, my diet that changed my life. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is about that I became a vegan. And, let me start that years ago, I was diagnosed with several chronic illnesses. One was arthritis. For over 25 years, I was diagnosed with arthritis. I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, and that's true. I was pre-diabetic. And I had high blood pressure and hypertension and some other serious health issues that I was dealing with. But I reversed all those and found out that actually my arthritis was not arthritis at all. Turns out that it was high blood sugar that was causing inflammation in my joints and deteriorating the cartilage and causing me a lot of discomfort. I was having trouble walking. I was working back then. I had a lot of trouble working and just getting around, just moving around, just doing things. When I mowed the yard, it would take me several times. I'd mow some of it, then I'd come back if I felt better a few days later and try to mow some more, you know. And I was actually thinking about getting a cane or a wheelchair or a walker, just because to walk around, I would have to hold on to things, and my hips, my knees, my joints just felt terrible. And I thought I was eating healthy. This is a funny thing. According to what I was hearing and reading, this is a healthy diet, but it wasn't healthy for me. It was elevating my blood sugar. So I learned about glycemic index, about choosing foods that are lower in, to eliminate, let's say, simple carbohydrates, which are, things like candy and cookies and cakes and snacks and even, potatoes and some things that are high in carbohydrates. Now, these are healthy things. So, potatoes are. if you're not pre-diabetic, so I don't want to, but the snacks and all that's got to go, and soft drinks and all that kind of stuff. So it just elevates your blood sugar and made me feel terrible. So I learned how to eliminate that, and not just to choose low glycemic foods, but to create a like a medium level glycemic load, which means that you can eat some foods that are a little higher in a glycemic index, as long as you balance it with some really low glycemic index foods, and that way you can have more variety in your menu. And I found in time that my inflammation declined drastically, and that I was able to walk normally again. As a matter of fact, I can run now. I can run. I can do so. My mobility and my pain level and all that is just improved so much, people. I'm telling you. So sometimes things like that, and your doctor can tell you, can cause you major problems. But the point I want to bring out is how I was determined to change my diet. Now, they could have given me some pills, and I'm sure it has some kind of side effects and things, and it may work if that's the way you want to do it, to reduce your sugar level in your body. But for me, a human, healthy way to change your diet, and it turned out to be that I enjoyed it, and I do enjoy eating the way I do now. So, also, I started reading uh, about cholesterol when I would go to the doctor. I did reverse pre-diabetes, by the way. I meant to mention that my A1C dropped. And not only did I reduce my glycemic index and my joint inflammation, but a big thing is that I was close to being a diabetic, which is, as I understand, maybe irreversible. And I don't want to become a diabetic. I've seen the devastation that can cause to people, and just at the very least, a lot of inconvenience, but bad, ill feeling and things. I avoided all that. I just reversed pre-diabetes, and I'm so glad I did. It's not easy to do, but if you stick with me, I'll show you how you can do it. So back to the other issue of high blood pressure I was having, and I just couldn't seem to figure it out. From what I'd seen, I was eating a healthy diet. I'll tell you, I was eating, lean protein, healthy carbohydrates, fruits and vegetables, and seeds and nuts and things like that. Pretty much sticking to that. But the problem ended up being, and I was exercising a lot, so I was eating a lot of chicken breast and turkey breast and lean meat, tuna, things like that. And I was drinking a lot of milk, and I was eating a lot of dairy, a lot of eggs, to get more protein, from what you hear. You're always hearing about, oh, you need more protein. So I was doing that. But I was having some chest pain, and my blood pressure was elevated. So we ended up seeing a documentary about cholesterol, in essence, about the China study and things like that. So I learned about cholesterol and how to reduce it, and to get my protein not from animal-based sources, but from plant-based sources. Now that is the big key. And I thought at first, I'm really going to hate this, but I don't. I really, really love it. I want to tell you. And I especially love feeling better and knowing that I'm healthier. And when I go to the doctor, my cholesterol level is lower. My breathing's better. My heart feels better. I just feel so much better. That is worth so much. Okay? So many people may say, oh, I could never give up meat and dairy. And now that I gave it up, and I eat a little, I'm kind of a balanced vegan because, there are some foods out there. There's eggs and sometimes lean meat. It's like if there's a little in your food, it can provide a little protein, a little nutrition. Eggs have a lot of nutrition in them. An egg from time to time. And here's another thing, that fruits and vegetables and plant-based protein sources actually cleans and detoxifies your body. So it helps to clean out this harmful cholesterol. I'm gonna describe it to you here in a few minutes a little better. But it helps to clean out this cholesterol. So if you get a little of animal-based, nutrition, and I try to keep it nutritious, then it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna kill you. It actually, I think, to be balanced like that, it's a little more relaxed. You can actually eat with your friends a little bit, fit in a little better. And I actually think that it's just a little easier to find sources of protein, and I just like it better. I'm kind of I guess a balanced person, where, yeah, I eat a lot of, and I use green smoothies. I've got a video about how I show how I make a green smoothie. And that is the basis of my vegan diet. Because I can take spinach, cucumbers, carrots, beets, Sometimes I'll put a banana and apple in there for flavor. And I'll make fruit juice, like orange juice. I make this healthy smoothie, and it's not that hard to do. And people, that's the basis of my. Now, I've heard it said that a glass of a green smoothie, just the fruit and vegetables and nutrition you get in one glass, is more than most people get in an entire week of vegetables. And because, it is a little hard to chew up all that. And people just don't take the time to eat fresh fruit and vegetables. It's just not something that's real popular and that a lot of people do. But if you break it down like that, and I have a Vitamix, and I've tried different ones. I really think it's the best. And I usually pull for the underdog or second place, but I always heard, and if you find a better one, let me know. It's been years since I researched them. But I've got a Vitamix E320, Explorin 320, the big 64-ounce pitcher. And I'll make me a big pitcher of a smoothie, and I'll store it. So for a couple of days, I've got this smoothie that I can just pour out and drink anytime. And it just fills me with nutrition. And I feel so good. And it cleanses my body. And it's got a lot of fiber in it that helps me a lot. It helps to clean my soul. Helps to detoxify people. By doing this, I'm just constantly detoxifying. I used to do these like once or twice a year, these real drastic detox things, and it was pretty drastic. It would make you kind of ill because it would unlock all these toxins in your body and just free them. They'd be all, loose in your body and making you feel bad. And then it takes a while to eliminate that. It releases them from your tissues and organs and all these detoxing things I used to do. But I found it's a lot better just to do it day by day just to stay clean. Just to each day to drink a green smoothie or two. It cleanses your body and it keeps you clean. So you don't, a whole food plant-based diet. I just really think it's life changing. It's really changing. And so let me show you what the difference is between animal-based foods and plant-based foods. Let's talk about it. So what it gets down to is this: is that animal-based foods animal foods, their cells contain LDL, low density lipoprotein, in the uh, plasma, in the cell membrane. Okay? And that's what animal foods are made out of. It's made of cells, after all. A lot of cells. And it all contains this LDL cholesterol, which clogs your arteries. It clogs your arteries. So, what is this causing? When you look at what's killing most of the people in this world today, it's clogged arteries from meat and dairy. Meat and dairy. It's killing a lot of people in this world today. we could eat, we could get away with eating a lot of things when we're young. We can drink sodas, we can eat candy, we burn it up, it's sugar, we need it. But when you get older, you need to start making better choices about what you eat because you can feel it. I can really manipulate how I feel each day. If I cheat on my diet, and I do sometimes, I'll be out with the family, and it looks so good I'll just indulge. And you know what? The next day, I pay for it. And until I feel better, you know. So, if I just keep eating my clean diet every day, and sometimes it's not always that easy, I'll admit, you know. But if I eat that clean diet every day, you know what? I've been doing it. I feel so good today. My joints feel good. I've got good flexibility. I'm getting ready to exercise for you about 11. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Getting close to 10. It's my time, Eastern time. And about 11 o'clock, I'm going to do my podcast where I exercise for you. And it's real easy for me. Now, get back to this. So plant-based, let me get down. Plant-based foods. I think they like you to use a hyphen in there. Those cells, they contain, when you go to the doctor, if you get a blood test, maybe your wellness visit, and they tell you your bad cholesterol is high, it's this. But if they tell you your good cholesterol is low or maybe high, but they call it good cholesterol, that's your HDL cholesterol. And that is high density lipoprotein. After all, cholesterol is a type of protein, you could say, but it collects in your arteries. So this HDL cholesterol here that's in plant-based foods does not clog your arteries. Matter of fact, it cleanses your arteries. It detoxifies your body. So look at the difference. So we can actually, if we eat just more vegetables, in our diet, we can help cleanse our bodies, feel better, and improve our health a lot, tremendously. So, on my channel here, Strong Healthy Seniors, we talk about how little exercise, and I'm getting ready to do another video about the 1-rep workout, about how easy it is just to exercise a little bit. How do you get started and how do you continue? Well, it's not to do some difficult exercise routine. No, it's not. It's to find something that's easy but beneficial that you can do day by day by day. Because what we're really doing is training ourselves to be consistent. I call it exercising our consistency muscles more than our physical muscles. We're just learning to be consistent with getting daily physical activity, and it's going to benefit us. Together with improving our diet, choosing a diet that doesn't clog our arteries and cause us to get heart disease or high blood pressure or strokes or, even these saturated fats, and, it can lead to obesity and those issues. And then when we think about the processed foods in a grocery store, when you go in a grocery store, when you look in there, how easy is it really to find whole plant-based foods that are healthy for you? It's not that easy. There's not that much in there. There is a lot of processed, packaged, highly advertised foods full of chemicals and additives and, shelf after shelf, aisle after aisle. That store is full of that. The dairy department, the produce department, meat department, the aisles. Where is the healthy food in that place? If you and here's something too. People talk about how it's cheaper to eat unhealthy than it is to eat healthy. I disagree completely there, because if you just go on a website, say Walmart or some grocery store, and make you out you can do this make you out a list of healthy foods. Say you're going to produce department, get you some broccoli, a bag of carrots, a package of spinach or kale, some salad items, cucumbers, celery. Get you some healthy food. Get you some beets, fresh beets. Get some, healthy food. Get some fresh fruit, some bananas, some bag of apples, some citrus. You know what it is? It's all there. All this healthy food, a lot of it in your produce department. And look at the cost of that. It's going to cost some, sure. But that is your nutrition there. Look how much nutrition that people talk about avoiding carbohydrates. And it's true that fruit and vegetables are carbohydrates. But it's the good carbohydrates. And don't forget grains. Get some good healthy grains. Whole wheat, rye, different kinds of grains that are good for you. And so, and so if you go get all these processed foods, it's true. It might be easier to prepare. I think people are saying that easy to prepare processed foods that maybe they can find on sale seem cheaper than buying healthy food. Well, I just totally disagree. When you fill your basket with all that processed food, even if it's on sale, the nutrition you get, if you could see the nutrition that's actually in all that processed prepackaged food, it just wouldn't be very much at all. It'd be kind of hard to see it. But there's a lot of garbage there. There's a lot of garbage. So, it's up to you. But, another thing is that when you eat healthy food, say you eat a healthy food, plant-based meal, it's going to feel, your body is going to feel satisfied. Your appetite is going to say, okay, that's good. You can shut the appetite off. We've got nutrition, because nutrition triggers your appetite to shut off. But if you continue to eat junk food, your body's still looking for nutrition. It's going to keep saying, well, we need to keep eating here because there's not enough nutrition. I need some nutrition. Your body's saying this. So keep eating. And so we keep eating it. Next thing you know, we're overweight and we're unhealthy. And so the best thing to do is eat a nutritious meal. And your body feels, it doesn't take that much in a day, to be honest, if you just eat nutritious food. And so I'm going to show you some more tips I have about how to save money on food you buy. I've got a way of saving a lot of money on nuts. I eat whole nuts every day. And you can buy them in bulk and just mix it all up and put it back in the bags and store it in the freezer. And then from time to time, get a little Ziploc sandwich bag, fill it up with some of those frozen nuts and let it thaw out. And you've got a cheap source of I get raw nuts, and it's so good. It adds fiber and nutrition to your diet. Here's an inexpensive way to save money there. Instead of buying little packets that cost a whole lot of money, you can save money if you can afford to buy it in bulk, mix it up, store it in your freezer, and then get a little bit at a time. I also like these frozen meals called Power Blends by Bird's Eye. And it's frozen. They've got different flavors like Southwest, California, Italian, quinoa, and spinach. And it's about $2.50 a bag or so. Sometimes you can find it for less than. I eat about a half a bag in a meal. Here's another little tip. I'll heat me up some of that in the microwave for a few minutes. It's got fresh vegetables, greens, a lot of nutrition in there. And I'll take some, it's good to eat some for omega-3s, some olive oil. I get a good quality olive oil. Put it in a squirt bottle. And then I get some of this cider vinegar with mother in it that's good for you too. Well, it's hard to drink that just raw, I admit that. But if you I put it in a squirt bottle, and I can just, on my power blends, I can squirt some of that virgin olive oil and then some of the cider vinegar, and it really adds flavor to it, and you get those nutrients in it too. So look at this healthy meal I told you about. You can make a great smoothie. You can package up some inexpensive nuts and seeds, and you can get some of these power blends. They're good. There's great recipes I have for tofu, and I drink oat milk and use that in my coffee instead of dairy milk and things. So this is a healthy diet, and I feel so great, people. I'm just passing this along to you. I'm not a doctor. It turns out most doctors have received no training, no education whatsoever on nutrition. So why are people listening to a lot of these doctors? Now, unless they're nutritionists, I highly recommend nutritionists, and I've even seen some of those that I'm not impressed with. But, this fact-based information is not hidden from the public. It's something that we have access to and we can know. I mean, you can study it and know way more than a lot of these doctors that are on there dispensing information that is actually harmful, misinformation. So, I'm not going to get into that too much, but in general, love doctors, but some, if they're not really trained in nutrition, a lot of what I'm hearing is kind of alarming. It's not helpful. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I said what I want to say, and I hope this has been helpful because this has really helped my life. And I'm just trying to be here to help everybody. Okay? So, again, thanks for joining me today. I'm Bill. This is Strong Healthy Seniors. Have a great day.